It's your boy JPN, and we back for another room talk segment. You know what I mean? This one's a very important one. You know what I mean? That everybody should work on daily. You know what I mean? Daily grind. And how y'all doing today? What's that? Okay. Well, me, I'm doing good. Just hit the gym, had a good nap. You know what I mean? After I film this, I'm probably gonna go downstairs and get some food or something like that. But today's good. Got work tonight. Life it could be worse. That's how I look at it. I always look at it like somebody has it worse than you. But anyways, today's room talk segment is mental health and why you need to get right. Why you need therapy, why you need to focus on your mental health. So let's dive into it. So number one, therapy. So especially in the Black community, therapy is very debunked. You don't need it, go pray, blah 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 blah, work it out on your own, I don't need to talk to someone about my problems, blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna tell y'all the benefits about therapy. The benefits about therapy and the benefits of getting your mental health correct. Okay, so number one, the benefits of therapy. Number one, you talk to somebody from an unbiased standpoint and from a standpoint of where they're going to look at the situation in your life objectively, not a biased standpoint. So they're going to be like, okay, let's say you have a problem with, for example, your brother or your mother or something, right? Or, this happened to me, right? You know what I mean? They're going to take it and they're going to say, okay. And for example, you let them know your point as well. So they're going to tell you what you're doing wrong, how you can improve, and how you can change that situation, and what you need to start being transparent and communicating with the other party. You know what I mean? Because communication is very, very key, right? That's the whole point of therapy. Right? So number two is communicating. This is very, very important, communicating, because you finally get to communicate, right? Because in your relationships, in your life with your parents, your mother, your parents, your brother, whoever, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, that's the thing, is communication. And that's the whole reason why you're there, is to communicate and to let it out. So the therapist, the trained, the licensed therapist will hear the situation and be like, okay, here's what you need to do. They'll give you exercises that you will do there, and they will also give you tasks that you have to do, right? So when you do these tasks and these exercises and put them into action, you'll start to see the results slowly. Remember, it's a slow process. Slowly you'll start to see the results, right? And over time, because healing takes time, getting your mental getting back takes time, and it takes forgiveness. And that's number three, is forgiveness. You need to be able to, when you're going in there, right, over time you will learn to forgive. Like that, it's like basically an accountability, like someone helping you along the way. Like, okay, they're taking your problem. Like maybe not like every day you'll see them. You might see them once a week, once every other week, once a month, but they will assist you along the way. And as you go on, you will get better, right? And this goes a big part of your mental health, why people need therapy. Because me personally, I did therapy for 6 months. After 6 months of doing therapy, in my situation, it was like my therapist went away. They went away and stuff like that. They had to go to a different company, etc., etc. So she told me, all you need is 6 months. Take the tools that I gave you and apply it to your life daily, and I've been applying to my life daily, and it definitely helps over the course of time, especially during hard times. You know what I mean? Especially because sometimes I understand that I didn't really have someone to really talk to about these certain issues, and to really give me the advice that I would take and help me with, right? Because yes, you can go to your friends, you can go to your family, you can go to whoever, but the thing is, when you go to a licensed professional, it's different. I'm telling you, it's different. And number 4 is getting that connection with your therapist, because it's like they become your friend along the way. They understand you, and that's very key. That should be number 1, because it's gonna be your friend, but they're not gonna tell you what you want to hear. They're gonna tell you what you need to do and what you need to know. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be biased against, oh, you know what I mean, you're great. No, they're gonna tell you, if you're fat, they're gonna be like, hey, you're overweight, you're fat, and you need to get in shape. This is what you need to do. You know what I mean? For example, I'm not saying they're gonna exactly say that, because you're not really gonna go there, because they're not no dietitian and no personal trainer, but that's the example. They're gonna tell you straight up, and they're gonna let you know, hey, you're acting like this. These type of traits you're doing. They're literally gonna give you a card, like a big, like it'll be like a placemat size, and they'll be like, these are all the emotions. This is what you're feeling in this situation. How to not feel like this. They're gonna show you how to communicate with people, right? You say it like this, you're an asshole. Instead of saying you're an asshole, you're gonna be like, say, hey, you were being rude today. I do not like that, right? They're gonna teach you how to communicate properly, delivery and tone, right? So you can get better outcomes in certain situations, right? And overall, why I always push therapy is because your mental health, and this is gonna be the final point, mental health, because mental health is a very big thing. Because if your mental is not right, you can't be on your purpose properly. You can't get your, you know what I mean, things that you need to get done. You can't do anything. Like, your mental health is the first thing that needs to come first. Because after your mental health gets right, you can get your physical health right, your spiritual health right, and you know, everything else will just be a little bit smoother. You'll understand certain situations. And yes, therapy and mental health, you need to put in the work. Put in the work to do better, to get better. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say it straight up, life just sucks. Things just happen. Things happen all the time, and I'm a prime example. Even right now, things are happening to me right now, but I have to, you know, understand and take in, okay, I can't react like this. I can't do these certain things. I have to just push through it. Sometimes you gotta push through. And, you know, with the therapist, you know what I mean? I lost my therapist because she transferred to a different company, and I couldn't really follow her because I didn't know where she was going. But, the thing is, you're not supposed to be in therapy forever. You're supposed to be there for a certain amount of time. Like, you know what I mean? It's like your parents. You live with them for a certain amount of time of your life, then after that, you go into the world and you experience for yourself, and you do on your own. You know what I mean? It's like basically, look at it as like they're another parent, but they're the guy, like they're giving you the guidance to certain things, or to handle this certain situation. Like, they're focused solely on this, and it helps over time, and it really does help. And, you know, I recommend everyone to do therapy, and definitely get your mental health correct and get it right. You know what I mean? It's very, very, very important, because, you know, I'm still working on my mental health daily, and, you know, things get better. And even talking to this camera helps my mental health, you know, just to rant and just to get it out there and spread the message and help the young men, young women, older men, older women, you know what I mean? Because we all need to stick together, you know. But quote of the day, quote of the year is, the world does not owe you anything. You need to change your reality. You know what I mean? Control your reality, change it. And you have the power to do it. You just got to put in the work. It takes time. It might take 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It might take 2 months. It might take a week. But change your reality. You know what I mean? Change it. And that's what I'm doing for myself. Mentally, spiritually, physically. Changing my reality. And it starts with this. All right. It's your boy JPN. We out.